Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ravneet. Today I am updating on my Pan That palette or Pan Those palettes. I'm doing it in Pan Those eyeshadows sort of way. So I have 3 palettes in this project and I want to finish all of them eventually. Few of them have a lot of progress already. So what I'm doing is I am generating 5 random numbers corresponding to different eyeshadows, and then I set my goal on those eyeshadows accordingly. It might be hitting pan or a usage goal, or if it already has a pan, hitting another pan, stuff like that. If you are interested, please keep on watching. And before I get started with the update, if you are new here, please consider subscribing to my channel because I make a lot of panning content. I mostly pan eyeshadows. Now, let's get into the update. This is the color story I had last month. The very first eyeshadow I had was this really dark gray. It's sort of black leaning, but it's not black. And this is how it looked like last month. And my goal on this was to hit pan on this. This is how it's looking like today. As you guys can see, I was able to hit pan on this eyeshadow. It took me 5 uses to hit pan because I mentioned in my previous update as well that it is really shallow because I scraped off its top layers to make a Franken eyeshadow. I mixed some brown in that and I am using it as a brow powder. As you guys might be able to see that this eyeshadow is really thin, and I do see myself using it up this year if I really focus on it. Now let's move on to the next eyeshadow. So next eyeshadow I had was this beautiful purple. So previously I had it rolled in my intro and my goal was to hit pan at the second place in this, and I was able to do so. And my goal on this eyeshadow was to merge both of those pans, and this is how the eyeshadow is looking like today. So I used it 7 times in order to merge both of those pans. The reason why I was able to merge those pans so quickly is because this eyeshadow, it doesn't have a lot of pigment, so it really needs a lot of building up. So I would dip my brush back and forth to get the pigmentation that I wanted. And that's the reason why it is moving so quickly, because I am using it a lot. And as soon as I hit my goal, I put it aside. I only used it once after that. So I have a total of 8 uses on this in this month. And then the third shade was the one that is right next to this. It is a beautiful mustard eyeshadow. And my goal for this was to use it 20 times. And I have used it a total of 13 times so far. This is a really nice shade. It really adds that warmth to the crease, and especially it's really fun to use it in fall because this is a fall color and I am enjoying it so far. And then the fourth shade we had was again from this palette, and that is the fourth shade, which is warm sort of light pinkish color. And my goal for this is to hit pan on that. And this is how it's looking like today. As you guys can see, there is a dip. There is a huge dip happening over there. So I am concentrating my brush over here. And yeah, here we go. That's much better because I felt like the lights are washing off the dip a bit. So far I have used it 15 times and I will continue to use it until I have a pan on this. So this eyeshadow is staying in along with the mustard shade. I am rolling out the first 2 eyeshadows from my rotation. And the last eyeshadow we had was this brownish color from CoverGirl True Naked Chocoholic palette. And this is how it looked like last month, and my goal for this was to clear out the bottom corner. And this is how it's looking like today. I was able to achieve my goal, and I had used it a total of 7 times to clear every last bit of the product that was left in here. It's so powdery, so that's why When I used it after that, there is like some sort of product just flown on the corners, but yeah, it's all cleared out. And I have used it a total of 11 times because I kept using it even after I hit my goal. I used it once as a bronzer. It's a really nice shade for me for bronzer. It's a bit dark, but I can like easily shade it out. So this one is rolling out as well. Now let me quickly swatch the eyeshadows that are staying in. So the first one is mustard, and the other one is the warm sort of pinkish color. This is the mustard one. It is swatching so beautifully. It looks more mustard in the pan. Once swatched, it gives sort of corally vibe, but it's a nice warm color. And here we have the light pink swatched. I usually pair them together in my crease, so I put this in the crease and just blend it out with this pinkish shade. Or if I'm like just starting my look with this light pink shade, I would put this shade just to add a little bit more depth. Now let's move on to the fun part. So we are going to be rolling in 3 new shades. So I have shade numbers 1 to 19, and I am totally open to roll in the shades that I have rolled out as long as I have met my goal on them. So number 1 and 2, they come from e.l.f. Matte for Matte palette, and these are the light gray and the dark gray. And then number 3 to 12, they come from this e.l.f. palette called Summer Breeze or Matte for Matte 2. These are all the shades. And last 7 eyeshadows, they come from this CoverGirl eyeshadow palette, True Naked Chocoholics. And I am using a random UX app this time. I'm not using the random number generator because I find it like a little bit better in avoiding repeats. So our first number is 1 and then last is 19. Okay, so it's 1 to 19. Let's generate our first number, number 7, and then let's generate next number, number 1, and let's generate the third number. Okay, it's number 2. I did not get any eyeshadows from my CoverGirl palette, which is totally fine because I will still be using this palette because I'm using this army sort of green with golden reflex today. Like I have it on my eyes and I have it topped in my inner corners with a Precious Cargo from Mandalorian the Child palette by Colourpop. So basically it's just like a really light goldenish reflex eyeshadow, and I am really liking the look that I have today. So the first shade out of those 3 was number 7, which comes from Matte for Matte 2 / Summer Breeze palette, and it is this eyeshadow right here. I really like it. It is a really nice sort of cool tone. It's taupe. It's not like totally brown. It has like a little bit of pink added to it, pink or plum. But yeah, let me give you guys a swatch. This is how it's looking like. It's going to make a really nice crease shade, and I think it's gonna play well with the other tones that I have. Let me think what goal I want to put on this one, because as you guys can see in the close-up, there is not a lot of use on this eyeshadow. So my goal on this one would be usage goal. I want to use this eyeshadow 20 times as well. And then the next 2 eyeshadows that we got rolled in are from e.l.f. Matte for Matte palette, and those are the only 2 remaining eyeshadows out of this palette. So this is number 1, this is number 2, and in close-up you guys might be able to see that this light gray eyeshadow, it already has some sort of progress over here, because this was a shade that was really pressed harder, And what I did was I kind of like just repressed it in the pan. Like I didn't take the product out, I just like scraped it, put some alcohol in, and then just repressed it. And now it's so much better. It swatches really wonderfully, and I can get a lot of pigment out of this one, because previously I would like just put my brush back and forth and still would not get the pigment that I wanted. As there is already a nice tip on this, so my goal would be to hit pan on this one. You see, this is what I was talking about. This is how it swatches. And then the last shade we have is this dark gray again. It rolled back in this update as well. So this is really shallow. And my goal for this one would be hitting side pan on this side, and I just want to like expand the pan further. And this is the color story that we have for October. We have a mix of warm tones and cool tones, but I usually use this eyeshadow in my outer V or just to smudge out my lower lash line. And of course, I'm using it in my eyebrows as well, along with the other brown from the CoverGirl palette. It's this one, by the way. So just to recap, this eyeshadow, I want to use it 20 times, and so far I have 13 uses on this. And this eyeshadow, I want to hit pan on, and so far I have used it 15 times. We have a dip, but we don't have pan yet. And I don't think I'm anywhere near hitting pan either. And this eyeshadow, we want to use it 20 times as well. And for the light gray, we want to hit pan. And for the dark gray, we have a pan on it. We just want to like hit the side pan, and we want to expand the pan really further. So yeah, that was everything I had for this update. Thank you so much for sticking with me until the end, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are, depending on what time you're watching my video. Thank you. Bye.